Happy Monday, everyone. Hello, my name is Kathy. I am a 71-year-old Seint artist, and I want to show you a basic application today. And this is an unusual time of the day for me to do a live. It's also unusual for me to come on Instagram because this will be hopefully my first successful attempt on Instagram. Just to share with you, I already have my eyebrows done. I have a little bit of tight lining and mascara on. Other than that, you are looking at a clean face with nothing but moisturizer. When you look at my mature skin, which we all agree I have, you can see that I am carrying redness here in this area of my face, extreme darkness here on the inner part of my eye, redness on my forehead. This is left over from a birthmark that I had. And so every now and then that pops out. And a little bit of redness here. I have larger pores around my nose. And usually sometimes out in here is where I get some little dry patches underneath my chin. I get some dry patches. So I'm going to share with you very quickly, minimum application. My bio says minimum product for maximum results. I believe that fully. Today is a day where I'm just actually doing some errands, going to go get my COVID vaccine, and then I'm going to come home and wrap up in a blanket because I'm the one that's not going to feel good for the rest of the evening and tomorrow. But it's important at 71 that I get that COVID booster. I am going to use my palette, and this is my palette. I happen to like the 12 palette. For beginners, when I was a starter, I used the 4 palette. I had 4 colors, and really 4 colors is all we're going to use today. We are going to start with the brightening color, and this is a highlight. So our highlights are another name for foundation. But when you use a brightening highlight, you want to think about that as if it was your concealer. We all know concealer. If you're my age, you've been putting concealer on since you were 16. And if you did any of the things that I did, you probably were doing it the same way that you were when you were 16. I didn't realize until all of a sudden I looked in the mirror and saw that my skin had lost the luster. There was no longer a glow to my skin. And what I saw when I looked in the mirror wasn't my skin anymore. It was my makeup. And that really got me thinking to what I could be doing wrong. And I thought, I think I need to fix something because this is not looking good. What I did was I turned to social media because I wasn't really getting out much. We were past COVID. I've been using the product for a year now. So we were past COVID, but I had kind of gotten used to shopping off my seat instead of on my feet. And I thought, this is pretty good. This is pretty easy. I watched several artists, and I went with the person who talked about mature skin. And she didn't just talk about mature skin, she had mature skin. And there's a difference. There's a lot of artists out there that are talking mature skin, and then they're showing you different ways to put it on, which if they truly had mature skin, they wouldn't put it on that way. What you just saw me do is I dotted my foundation or my other highlight on. I'm going to take my detail brush and I'm going to pick up my contour. And by the way, contour is a product that I never used before because I just didn't think it would do me any good. I have a round face, so gosh, I would love to sculpt that out a little bit and make it so that it's not quite so noticeable. And I do find that this little trick on your nose, which if you've watched any videos, this is one thing we almost all do, it works. It works. I'm going to put a little bit here from my jowl back to my ear. And what I'm doing with contour is creating shadows. I'm not thinning my face out. I wish it was that easy. But I'm not thinning my face out. I am simply making a shadow. And then I'm going to take what's left over on the brush and go down my neck. Now, I am going to move that contour down on my throat a little bit more. My forehead, I'm going to put just a smidge more on there. Think of contour by putting it on the hard areas of your face. Your forehead, your nose, your jawline, and right underneath your cheekbone. If you do that, you are going to be totally amazed at what this product does. Now, I'm going to pick up a lip and cheek color called Black Cherry, which is, I'm telling you, it's good. It is so good. It doesn't matter what season we're in. Black Cherry will always be in my palette. It is a great, great mixer. I can take all of those other beautiful colors and I can blend it with a little bit of Black Cherry and miraculous things happen. Now, I have my product placed where I want it. You can see I've got my blush, I have my contour. I might add a little bit more contour. Got my nose contoured. I put my brightness down in the center of my face, and look how the attention comes to the center of my face. Do you see, just by having that bright? That's the reason that Seint is called 3D technology, 3D makeup, because we make it three-dimensional. It is no longer flat. We no longer take one color and slap it on all over and then put another layer of contour on and then put another layer of lip and cheek. We don't do that anymore. This is a 3D look. Now, I'm going to take my setting spray, and I especially love this trick for beginners. Squirting this setting spray in the palm of my hand, taking my 3D brush, and I moisten both ends because I'm going to end up using both ends. And now, when I get ready to blend, this is how you blend on mature skin. I'm not moving that product away. Look at the brightness. It's still there. All I'm doing is blending it. And that's what sets our technique away from when we had that great skin in our 20s, 30s, and 40s. We can't do this, especially underneath the eye area. I'm going to soften my contour line there with the other end of my brush, and then I'm going to flip it back. No, I think I'll stay on that sharp end because I want to just finish off my eye look. Now, my eye look, I do very little tugging underneath there. And you remember, I only put product here and here. The only thing that gets underneath my eye is what is on my brush. And why is that? Well, let's think about it. When you put contour there, contour is very thick. And contour is going to fall into the lines and crinkles that you've got in your eyes. It may look good when you first put it on. You think, oh boy, that looks great. Come back 30 minutes to an hour later, and then you get to do this because it's all fallen in the creases of your eye. The way we put it on, by putting it on at the outer corner, the inner corner, and then just tapping it around, we have put minimal product underneath our eye. All right, I'm going to take that blush, and again, I'm just using my 3D brush. We have other brushes that you can use for this, but I've already got this one dirty, so I think this is the one I'm going to use. Now, because it's a cream foundation, you do need to set your product. Well, we already did that because we put the setting spray in the palm of our hand, dipped our brush, both ends, and then we pounced on it. Now, that's really all I'm doing today. I have my eyebrows done. I've got one coat of mascara on, and the only thing I have on my eyelid is a little bit of eyelid primer or eyeshadow primer. That's it. I'm not putting any shadow on today. And so this is what I call minimum product for maximum results. When you look at me, that looks like girl next door look. I'm not heavily made up, but it's enough to be able to go out and feel comfortable in my skin. Now, I'm going to take a setting powder. You don't need to do this step if you have set it with setting spray. But I like to use a setting powder because I'm a little bit more dewy than I like to be. I don't want to look like I'm a glazed donut. So I'm simply taking it, pouncing it around, staying away from the under eye area. And what I've also done is I've taken away the stickiness so my hair won't constantly be sticking to my face. There you have it. A 71-year-old application, minimal product, maximum results. What do you think? Let me see if I have any questions. I got to put my glasses on so I can see because I can't see the screen. Hi, Peggy. I hope this has given somebody some encouragement, because when you're a mature woman, there are so many things that we find fault with. There are so many things that don't look the way they used to look on us. There are so many things that we have to do differently to accommodate our age. And that was one of the reasons that I went with Seint as well, because as a mature woman, I have more stiffness in my fingers, especially in the morning. And so opening all of those different containers, trying to find which eyeshadow, which palette was in, it was far too much. Now I have one palette. I have everything that I need in that palette, and it is so easy and very economical. I think you're going to absolutely love it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to drop those below. If you think, I really can identify with this senior woman, let me know if you'd like a color match. I'd be happy to take a look and give you my recommendations on what your personal colors would be. All you have to do is comment the word match below, and I'll send you a form for that. And I will also put up my phone number if you would just as soon send me a text. And I will as well get that information back to you. I do my color matches within about 24 hours. I'll turn around and come back to you with my recommendations of a minimal palette, and I will give you options if you're a little bit like me and you kind of want a little bit more than minimum, so that you can make a choice and you can decide if you want to add more things to your palette. And I think you're just going to love, no, I know you're going to love this product. It is a product that was made for mature skin. Let me zoom in close. Look at the under eye. Did I take away the darkness? No, but I camouflaged it. It's not the first thing you see now when you look at me. Do you see product pooled underneath my eye? No, you don't. Do you see a healthy glow? You do. Thanks for watching today. I appreciate it. I hope to see you soon. If you'd like more mature makeup skin tips, please follow me. Like, comment, share. I'd love to be your artist.